I'll just maybe wait a couple seconds while we sort of amass our little following, that there might be just a few of you that want to see me down here in Nosara, Costa Rica. Hopefully one of you people might be Erin, because I miss you, Erin. I hope you're watching me. It is a very blustery day today. It's very unusual. Yesterday was overcast all day, which was so cool, because then, you know, you can hang out in the sun or whatever and you don't get that extreme heat, because it is very, very warm. About 36 degrees it was yesterday, even with the overcast. But today there's this wind, and it actually feels really awesome. So anyways, I just got down here on Monday. It hasn't been that long. Leah joined. Hi, Leah. And I'm so glad you joined, Leah. It's been, yeah, sorry, with the wind, it really helps to just cool the whole place down. In this particular area, the Guanacaste region, good morning, my friend, in this region, it's actually classified as a blue zone, and so it's one of the largest group of centurions on the planet. There's 6 blue zones on the planet. One is Okinawa, Japan, the other one is here in the Nicoya Peninsula, and there's a place in Italy. I'm really bad for letting you guys know where all these blue zones are, but these blue zones just represent a very large group of people that live to over 100 years of age, and there's just a large percentage of them here. And I think it could be for here anyways, is there's so much organic food, it naturally grows here, and it is you know, very community oriented. The Costa Rican people are very loving and generous and very much you know, friendly, and look after one another. And it is a very child friendly area. Someone's asking me this, Christina, 5 little vegans looking for somewhere to take the family. Okay, so Nosara would be so cool for our family. There's tons of families down here, because all there is just kindness and wellness, and you kind of walk around with like jean shorts on and bathing suits in the streets, and it's just dirt roads. I know it sounds really rustic to you guys, but believe me, the dirt roads are so cool. And it's just yoga and meditation and surfing. So you see people walking the streets, and tons of surfer dudes and surfer girls with like amazing bodies, and they just walk the streets with their boards and their bikinis and great food, and it really is an amazing chilling place to be. So yes, it is great for families, really, really great for families. Actually, we're staying at the Moana Surf Resort rather, I should clarify that. I found it on booking.com. It's really new, and they have 6 or 7 rooms here. I'm not really sure. They hold about 30 people, so some of the rooms are very family friendly. They have these great like second rooms that are like awesome for the kids and stuff, and a little pool area. But really this whole town is all about the ocean, because the Pacific here has the most extraordinary waves. So when I'm done talking here, I was going to do this little talk actually on the beach, but because it's so windy today, I think that the mic on the phone wouldn't have worked properly. So I wanted you guys to sort of hear me for a bit anyways, and I'm going to bore you, and then then I'm going to sort of walk with the camera, and you're going to see my walk to the beach. So I think that that'd be really cool. So like right now I'm sitting here, and there's hummingbirds around me, and I'm going to spin the camera for a second. And if you guys can see the beach all the way out there. So there's, yeah, like I said, hummingbirds, the great, amazing birds here. Always like really cool looking bugs that look like leaves, and all of a sudden this leaf starts walking, and it's like there's a leaf walking. No, it's a bug that looks like a leaf. Erin was just here in February, as you guys know, and she did her solo adventure down here, and she really loved it. She had a great time, and it was really amazing that she was able to you know, do this by herself, and she came to Nosara for a while too. So anybody have questions about Nosara as well, I'm sure Erin can give you another perspective, maybe different than me. Amelia just joined. Hi, Amelia. I love this when I can see who's actually joining and stuff like that. This is so cool. So it looks like there's a fair amount of you, and I'm honored for that, so thank you guys. So as I said before, I'm staying at the Moana Surf Resort. I'm going to do a tag for them because they're just this lovely family. Danny and Tally is their names. They're an Israeli couple, and they sold off everything in Israel, and they decided to start a new life here in Nosara with their 2 sons and they're just lovely boys named Roy and Nadav, and I love you two little boys. They're like, you're just amazing guys. Surfer dudes, they got long hair, it's all been bleached out with the sun, and like they're the coolest family. They do breakfast here, so I'm excited to do that very soon. They do breakfast for me. I'll be going over to the Harmony Hotel, which is walking distance, to do yoga and meditation, and for me today it's going to start at 9. It's a 90-minute class, and 2 days ago I had my ass kicked in this yoga class. And again, I'm no yogi like Erin by any means, but I'll tell you, my shoulders, like, they're rock hard right now, because this guy had me doing 3-legged downward dogs, and they were non-stop 3-legged downward dogs and then 3-legged planks and switching sides, and oh my god. Anyway, so the Harmony Hotel is amazing. Barbara joined. Hi Barbara, how are you? So what goes on down here? It really is a chill town. So Nosara is ranked, I don't know what year it was, I think it was 2012. But the top surfing town in the world. So what happens in Nosara is just all about surfing. And again, I just did it for my first time last month when I came down for a couple days, and I visited Erin, and I got up my first time, really. Erin joined, yay, Erin, you joined, I love you, I miss you. Sorry, now I lost my train of thought. So it's surfing, and it's a surfing town here, and it's voted like the top surfing town in the world, because the waves are, at any time of the day, like I'll surf around like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, where the waves become like 6 inches high. So the board just kind of gets pushed in. But right now, this morning, there are some wicked waves out there because it's so windy today. So these waves are like, from here I can see them, and honest to God, they're crashing. Like they could be, as far as I know, like maybe 10-15 feet, so they're massive. I could be exaggerating, so they're really big, but we're gonna walk down there and see it. So it's very surf town. So and everyone is so natural here, so people don't wear like makeup, and you just kind of hang out, let it all hang out. And girls are walking in the streets with their really hard bodies, like gorgeous surfing chicks and surfing dudes, and with their bathing suits, bikinis and stuff, with their boards under their arm. Lots of little kids, so it's a very family-friendly town. Nosara is very family-friendly. Tons of cool restaurants. We've eaten at Burgers and Beers, which the burgers, they do have vegetarian. They have 2 vegetarian options, like a massive portobello and stuff in it. Really cool. And La Luna, which was Erin's and my favorite, and Ken too, when we came down here before. And they do this sunset. It's just amazing sunset dinner place, and you see the sun come down, and you're just sitting there with this amazing hummus platter. They do a massive platter of hummus and olives and crazy stuff. They do pizza there too. It's really wicked. So La Luna is another place to eat at here, and yeah, it's just really amazing stuff. So no shortage of good food here. Jasmine's Kitchen is another one that's amazing. So if you guys are here in Nosara, check out Jasmine, because I think that she's probably one of the most underrated, celebrated, in my mind, celebrated chefs, but she's underrated in that she doesn't get the exposure that she should get. Jasmine's Kitchen is part of the Living Hotel, and it's like, she does raw food like there's no tomorrow. She does these flavor compositions that are no tomorrow, and really reasonable again, and her stuff is brought in all organic. This whole city, or whole town rather, it's everything's organic. We went to the organic market on Tuesday morning here, and it was so neat. I got coconut milk, coconut yogurt, and because everything here is like, you drink coconut water here like there's no tomorrow. So you've got these whole coconuts, and you're drinking the water out of it. But then these shells are all left behind. So people collect the shells. There's one particular lady who's in business for it, and she collects the shells, and then she scoops all the coconut meat out of the inside of it, and she makes her own coconut yogurt and ferments it. And I had a cardamom coconut milk yogurt on Tuesday, which was mind-blowing. And I was having a little bit of stomach issues because we flew in on Monday, and just airplane rides, and it's 5.5 hours to fly here and stuff, and you know, you don't eat right at an airplane and all that stuff, and I never drink enough water either. And so my stomach was upset on Tuesday, and having that fermented coconut yogurt was like mind-blowing. So, and it's so easy to make. So this is something too that Erin and I are going to be doing in a book, and also too, I think we're going to be doing some more yogurt recipes on our website, so www.kellyanderin.com. Check us out for our latest recipes. And because coconut milk yogurt is really something easy to make, and we've been doing it now with full fat coconut milk. Erin's got a great recipe that she's been working on. I did one just the other day and with raspberries, and it was to die for. And all I did was I opened up my own probiotic, my probiotic I take every day, the capsule, and I just dumped it into the coconut milk. I let it sit for a couple hours, and it's so simple. But anyways, I'll give the recipe to you guys. But back to Nosara, Costa Rica. It's this magical place that time sort of slows down and it turns back. If you're here even for a week, it kind of feels like you've been here for 3 weeks. If you're here for a month like Erin was, she felt like she was gone for about 3 months, and you really get this chance to unplug and decompress and feel fantastic. So again, thank you to all of you guys who are joining me right now. I'm so thrilled and honored to have you here with me. It's so cool. I just wanted to share with you this beautiful place, and sometimes the best way to do it is up close and personal with you guys here, and I get to hang out with you guys live. You get to see it as I'm seeing it, and it really is a magical place. So I really can't recommend Nosara enough. You know, it's I guess even with the exchange rate right now, because the Canadian dollar, as we all know, is not doing great. So you know, it tends to be on the pricey side. But what isn't right now, even if I was in, say, Palm Springs, California, that I love, or you know, Anguilla, or any other destination that kind of is like one of my hangouts, you always have that exchange rate to worry about. So I say life is now, living is now, and I want to enjoy this stuff. And I want to do it now while I'm 53, as opposed to waiting till I'm 70 and, you know, maybe not able to do it, you know, and someone's got to push me in a wheelchair. You never know, right? Not that that would ever happen. What else I want to talk about? So I'm at the Moana Surf Resort, amazing place here. Danny and Tally are the owners here, love them. And I did a post the other day and on Facebook, and someone asked me about, Lara did, who my dermatologist is, and people keep on asking me about what I do for my hair as far as shampooing goes. So I'm going to cover those two things. So dermatologist, I don't have one. I treat my skin really well from the inside out, I believe. So tons of greens, which give me natural collagen, and I would never go to a dermatologist per se. I've never gone to a doctor for my skin. And I love the sun too, so it's like, anyone knows me, I don't wear sunscreen. You know, I might have the Cancer Society after me for saying that, but so be it. I don't believe in that stuff either. But I just believe in natural coconut oils, jojoba oils, natural skincare. I don't sit out for 8 hours, of course, but I do love. I love the sun, so I believe that our bodies are so vitamin D deficient, and I know when I come down here in the sunshine, my hair grows, my nails grow, my skin glows, and I just feel fantastic. I feel my energy level change, and I know it's from getting my vitamin D. So for you guys that aren't taking vitamin D back home right now, because we're not getting any of the healthy UV rays right now, still back in Burlington and Toronto and in Canada, you need to take your vitamin D. And when I'm at home, I take my vitamin D3, and I do take about 6 or 7 IUs a day. All right. So sun goddesses, Leah says we're sun goddesses. We are. I love it. I love a tan. I think that everybody looks healthier with tans, and I think that we're meant to have the sun kiss our skin. So I also too, when I'm down here, I love it because everybody does fresh pressed juices and cold pressed juices and stuff, right? So I do carrot juice while I'm down here. I had a glass yesterday at the Harmony Hotel, and then there's a juice truck that goes around here. And go juices too, and I do carrot juice because then I've got the natural beta carotene that is protecting my skin as well. So again, I'm drinking my sunscreen, right? So I drink the carrot juice, it's my sunscreen, and so it comes out into my skin, and it's healing, totally healing. And Barbara's saying too, she loves the sun. It's amazing, right? What else did I want to talk about? So the carrot juice is it's an amazing natural sunscreen. So if you guys are planning on going away, drink some carrot juice prior to leaving. It's amazing, right? So for the first week, prior to going, the week before going, drink it every day, and it'll help to prime your skin for when you are away. It helps to have a built-in natural sunscreen protection. Yesterday I posted, or I did a live. I didn't do a Facebook live, I actually did a video, and I talked about a stalker that I had, and so I did a post today too, so it's on the website, kellyandaaron.com, and just talking about my life and how crazy it's been for the last little while, you know, and to be the best person that I need to be, I don't want to go into too much detail, and you know, maybe it'll be a book one day, I have no idea, but you know, I've had a lot of things come at me over the last several years, and as a family, you know, somehow we've when I say family, I say, you know, Aaron and Michael and Ken, of course, we've somehow found our way to stay as being this family, and we've settled up a lot of stuff. So I did have a stalker, and it was a stalker that I found out about in January, January 4th, actually, to be exact. I had a weird email that came into hello@kellyandaaron.com on our contact page, and this person just sounded very intrusive and just wanted to know a lot about Ken and my personal life, and it just seemed really strange, and I felt really weird about it. So I gave this email to my IT team, and they dissected it and took a look at it and looked at the back end of it, and sure enough, the IP address was related to an IP address that had hit my sites over the last 7 months. My 4 sites over the last 7 months had hit my sites 7,491 times, and this person had disguised who they were numerous times, from calling themselves, you know, Helga to Heidi to Hannah, all these H's. It was just so weird, but I didn't really clue into it because we get an awful lot of comments, and I get so many emails in every day. Like, you know, there was no way for me to filter it this way, and so when we were able to filter it with an IP address, we went, oh my gosh, look at this whole pile of information coming from this one particular person, and sometimes they weren't kind to me. But again, you know, I sort of have people that buffer me from comments, so when someone comes through negatively, you know, we have a team of people that either answer or they delete or things like that that happen on websites, and that happens to all of us. There's, you know, we've always said, you know, haters are going to hate, lovers are going to love, and I truly believe that. So we push a lot of stuff just out to sea, and it's the best way for us to not own any of this negativity. And so this person had a couple of times, you know, said some weirdly odd stuff, and then some really crazy good stuff, and so it was just really weird. And anyways, again, without going into too much detail, I had to get the police involved and private investigator involved, and so it turned out to be this woman who that I ended up having to confront at her business, and I felt really bad for it, and so I'm still sort of dealing with it in a way of, you know, forgiveness and just compassion for people that feel smaller than you, and that to me is not what my goal was, to be doing this public talking and being a part of, you know, Facebook, and being a part of my own website, and doing this stuff with Aaron, and branding ourselves as being these really inspirational mom and daughter team. It wasn't what I wanted, and so it really hurt me tremendously that this woman was suffering in her life, and suffering so much in her life, so much so that she had to attach herself to me in such a large way, and by doing that, she stopped living her life. So I hope she gets help, and that's what my goal is, that hopefully that there will be some support systems for her, that she can then get some help to transfer her attention onto me and my life, and put it back onto herself, and heal and be happy and find her own joy. So so that's what I just really wanted to say about that. And then, you know, Ken and I, we've had our stuff going on, and for anybody of you that are close to me, you do know what's kind of been going on firsthand. Lots of you kind of don't know what's going on, or had been going on firsthand, but Ken and I have had, you know, tremendous ups and downs over the last couple of years, and a lot of it was to do with stuff from his past. And yeah, and so anyways, you know, again, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just really want to say that, you know, with kindness and with compassion and with love, I believe that we can triumph everything and anything. And in August of 2015, Ken and I did separate, and in September he left for India and Nepal and Thailand, and he left for a few months, and it was difficult for me, and again, it allowed me though to put on my big girl pants, I call it, and I jumped in, and my business went to a whole new level. Because I was able to focus on myself and focus on what I really needed to heal. Because myself too, like none of us are perfect, right? And I wanted to support Ken on that journey, even if we weren't together, and maybe trying to find our way back. And were we not finding our way back? And we were like all over the place. And he had an incredible experience there. And thank you, Leah. We love you guys too. He had an incredible experience there with a monastery he stayed at. He was under a teacher, Swami Kashi, in India, and so he did a pilgrimage and worked with poor children. He climbed, I don't want to call the mountain what it was, in Nepal, so I don't know because I won't speak on his behalf, but I'm sure he'll be talking about that sometime in some of his videos that he's going to be putting together. But in Nepal, he had a Sherpa, and the Sherpa helped him carry his gear, but walk up thousands of feet and experience living in the higher altitudes in Nepal, where it was absolutely freezing, to coming back down again. And he spent a dinner with a family that really has never gone out for dinner ever in their life, and he did that for them, like gave them clothing, you name it, right? But and then in Thailand, he went to a monastery. I did actually meet him briefly over in Bali. I flew over there for 3 weeks to Ubud, which was an amazing experience last January. I want to definitely go back there. And yes, Barbara, you're right. Things happen for lessons, for growing, and I believe that it's in our pain, it's in our darkest moments that we end up suffering so much. And from that experience, we learn so much. And so I know that with all the hard lessons that I've been given, the universe just believes that I'm strong enough to handle them. And it gives me this opportunity to, here I am with you guys today, right? I'm here this morning, and we're hanging out, and I get to talk about like what was so important to me, and hopefully there's just maybe a tidbit of information or some little morsel that I can give you guys that will make you shift and change and be something extraordinary in your life, because that's all I want to do, is just be this gift. If I can be that beacon of light and just let you know that you can get through it. Trust me, in my darkest days, I had a legal situation. The legal fees cost me, I could have bought a house, a substantial house, for cash for what it cost me in legal fees over the past year and a half alone. And so those things make us stronger. So yeah, I could say, yeah, the businesses could be at a certain level, I could be at a certain level, Aaron and I could be, doing this in another country, or, I mean, whatever. We could have another, 25 Kelly's Bake Shops, you name it, right? But we were given what we were given. So here we are, and I love you too, Aaron, that we've been given what we've been given. So, and we get to now embrace this beautiful life that we have, because we all have it. And what's cool is that, I am me, right? So Kelly Childs, I'm sitting here, I get to hang out with all you guys. I get to look in a mirror in the morning and say, you know what, Kelly, you're all right. You're pretty cool. You have this amazing gift to give to people, and I'm brave enough to do it. And there's some people that don't have that opportunity, and they're still suffering. And we know too that, we're not going to live forever. I could be down here and decide to go for a surf this afternoon, and I end up getting boinked on the head by a board, and I don't come to the surface ever again. I don't know, stuff happens, right? And we're not going to take it with us. So everything I have, from money to my cell phone that I'm doing this on, to my business back home, none of it I'm taking with me. What I've got to give to all of you is just a legacy, right? And that's what's going to be living beyond myself. It's what it's going to be living beyond any of us, is how we make people feel. And so for me, that's what I want more than anything else, is for how I make each of you feel about yourself. and hopefully I make you all feel pretty good because life is living right now, and as I wrote in my blog post, you know, the step that I take today is not necessarily, you know, going to be many steps that I take for the rest of my life. This could be my last step I take. So the step I take has to count. And so with gratitude and with my utmost humbleness, I'm just so grateful that these steps I get to take are with you guys, and we get to live our life exactly the way we need to live it. Exactly in this moment is how we need to live our life right now. And why do I know that? Because we're living it. So if you want to change something, you guys can do it all within yourself, and it's just the way that we think about our problems. So trust me, problems I've had and situations I've had in the last couple of years are massive, and somehow I managed to find my way through it all. And here I am, you know, in Nosara, Costa Rica, loving exactly what I'm doing. And so what I'm going to do right now is stop this babbling, is we're going to go for a walk, okay? So I'm going to walk you guys down to the beach. We're going to walk through the Moana Surf Resort, and we're going to say hi to people, and maybe we'll even bump into Ken on the way, and maybe we'll even see Danny and Tally, who are the owners of this place, okay? So we're going to walk. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, this thing is getting a little wiggly on me. So, walking down the stairs, so we're on the second floor of this place. You're going to see, this is, oh, look at this. They're cleaning the pool right now. So this little pool, this little kitty cat that's been bugging me all the time. The pool is so beautiful. And you can see those things that you sit in right there. They're so neat, the sun chairs. It looks so nice that it's been cleaned. I was going to do my talk actually here this morning, down here, and then they, because of the windstorm we had last night, it was crazy, so it was kind of messy, and I didn't want you guys to see it when it was a mess, because this place really is just exquisitely beautiful. So hang on while I walk through here. All the boys are cleaning. So cool. This is where we have breakfast in the morning. Breakfast area, and so it includes breakfast to stay here at the Moana Surf. It's so cool. So we are going to walk, and this is what I'm seeing. Okay, while I'm walking, I wanted to turn the phone around, but if I turn it around, then the speaker changes on everything. So and hopefully I'm still gonna have Wi-Fi signal. Or not Wi-Fi, sorry, I'm on cellular down here. It's so cool. So I'm on Rogers. I don't know about you guys or not, but this is Roam Like Home. And because I've got a pretty big data package, it's like a 20 gig data package, I get to be down here in Costa Rica for $10 a day. So this is where some of the boards are. The other ones were up at the pool, but this is where you come up here and wash your feet and stuff. And this is the resort where we stay at. And so then our room is just over there, right? So, keep walking. Anybody have any questions? What I'm doing? Stacy Burgess said, "So nice to see you guys last week." It was so nice to see you too, Stacy. Let me spin this around. So here we go. I hope you guys can hear me, but this is so beautiful, right? So this is the path to the ocean, and you'll hear birds and quiet. So lovely. I can't wait for you guys to see the ocean, because we're going to be there in like 2 seconds. So what Ken does in the morning, he comes down here at 5 a.m. Oh, I should tell you this, guys, too. Like, I'm 2 hours back. So I started this Facebook Live at 7 a.m. my time, and 9 a.m. your time. And I know it's kind of early for me down here, right? But I love getting up. I get up at around 5 o'clock myself, and it is just so quiet and peaceful and absolutely gorgeous. So it's really just an extraordinary place to be at in the morning, because all you hear are these crazy birds that make noises that we've never heard, these cuckoo sort of weird noises. Last night I was woken up at like 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. by a gecko that makes that friggin' banging. I thought, who's hammering? And it was a darn gecko. Anyways, this is going to be so exciting for you guys to see. I'm going to spin it around. So here's the beach. So cool, right? I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I was thinking maybe on Sunday afternoon or something like that, and be on the beach if the weather's good, right? So this is so cool. I'm sorry for being a bouncy walk too. I'm trying to do this as steady as possible, and it's kind of hard. But this is the beach. And cool, eh, guys? And so really there's no resorts in Nosara down here on the water. It's not allowed. You know what, don't quote me the year, but what happened with Nosara was an American bought up tons of the shoreline here for preserving this beautiful space, because I guess he felt it was just so gorgeous. And sorry, I'm just spinning it all around so you can actually see it. And he bought the land, and to save it from any kind of development that wasn't going to serve its greater good. So, because what happens in a lot of the areas up Costa Rica, like in Jaco and Tamarindo, is they build the resorts right on the beach. So you've got all the people, you've got all the lawn chairs, you've got all the ruckus, right, and drinking, and well, I mean, whatever else, right, you know, selling stuff, whatever, and it just doesn't happen here, right? So you have this beautiful tranquility, and you can see the beach is so hard. There's a guy going by in his little motorcycle. You'll see that in a second, right there. So the sand is so hard that people ride their bikes on it. They have like these little kind of scooter things going on it. That's very rare. And kids playing on it, surfing, and you name it. And it's just absolutely friggin' incredible. So what I'm gonna show you, if there's any surfers out here today. It was a really rough morning. So behind me down there, there's some surfers going on. Sorry, so I'm not really seeing all the surfers going on, right? And that's always a really cool treat to see the surfing, because at any given time there's really like about 100 surfers going at the same time. And so what I do in the morning is I walk this beach, jog the beach. That's what Erin did too. I know when she was down here, this was her hangout, and really spectacular stuff. So anyways, I don't know if there's anything else I should be talking about besides that Nosara is awesome. You guys would love it, and yeah, it's a great place for families, you're asking. It's a great place for couples. It's a great place for surfing. It's a great place for yoga and meditation. We are finding that there are so many meditation teachers down here. We met a gentleman the other day, which was really fascinating. His name is Seraphin, and he would be about 60 years old, and he came down here 5 years ago for a vacation, just to get away, and he ended up never going home. And he's a meditation teacher now down here in Nosara. He's got his own little business that he's starting up, and he freelances at the Harmony Hotel and other places where they need meditation instructors. He's a Zen Buddhist instructor too, so he does Zen meditation, which is very disciplined, because he's a martial artist as well. So is it safe to travel on your own? Very safe. So Melanie Book, someone's asking me, healthy, and Erin's saying healthy food too. So Melanie is asking me about, is it safe to travel on your own? You got to go to our website, Melanie. Go to kellyanderin.com. And Erin just wrote a post. Maybe Erin, you want to post your link to it for Melanie, so she knows how to do travel solo, because Erin did it by herself, and Nosara is very safe, very, very safe by yourself. Again, you don't do stupid things like maybe going out at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night and walking the streets by yourself. But again, you'd probably be safe doing that. But again, just being a female, I would never do that anyways in the first place, so in a strange country, because it always is still a strange country, right? But Nosara is so safe, because I absolutely love it. And let me walk this way a little bit. There's a surfer dude walking by. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? Trying to find it in my phone. There he is. Okay, so that's what people do all the time. It's a surfing town. Like I told you guys too, it's voted the best surfing town in the world. It was, I think in 2013 it did that. It was the best surfing town in the world. So these waves are pretty spectacular. And yeah, I'm just gonna love my day. I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna do my yoga and meditation for 9 o'clock this morning. I'll leave here around 8:30 to go to the Harmony Hotel. The Moana Surf Resort though too here is a place that Erin and I are possibly thinking, like where I am staying this time, we are thinking about having this be our retreat location. So we are talking about doing a retreat. We're talking about doing it for next year. We don't have anything booked yet, so don't freak out yet. You haven't missed anything. But Erin and I are thinking that this could be absolutely an amazing way to give back to you guys and hang out with all you guys and hold a retreat, and Erin and I would host it, and it would be yoga and meditation and food and exploring and seeing the monkeys and zip lining and all that great stuff. So here I am in Nosara. I love you guys. And Erin, I love you, especially. Okay, I'm gonna sign out, and I think I've talked a long time by myself. You guys are awesome. Live your life. You can do it. If I can do it, you guys can do it. And believe me, you guys can handle anything. Because if I can handle what I have had to handle for the last couple of years, trust me, you can handle anything. So I love you, all right? And be safe, be well, and I'm gonna let you know when I'm gonna do my next Facebook Live. I'm thinking Sunday, because I love doing this stuff and hanging out with you. So let me know if that day works for you guys, okay? Bye.